Fourth quarter at Laramie. The Cowboys trailing Utah State 24-13, but something to celebrate. On their last drive, they scored a touchdown, something they hadn't done offensively since late September. And now they're facing a 2nd down and 6 on their own 16-yard line. Drew Goodman, Seth Bonner, Taylor McGregor. Gorgeous day on homecoming in Laramie. And here's a little boot, and in the flat, it is complete for a couple of yards to the tight end Tyree Mayfield. Second catch from Mayfield. He's a senior from St. Joseph, Missouri. 3rd down and 4 for the young quarterback, Sean Chambers. He replaced a young quarterback, Tyler Vanderwall, a redshirt freshman. And Chambers is a true freshman. Utah State showing pressure. They're going to bring 4. And escaping Chambers. Kept his feet long enough to get the first down out to the 27-yard line. Tell you what, had he not stumbled, he may have gotten that to the boundary.
You know, his explosive first step, man, he kind of fits this offense and kind of understands how it's supposed to flow, especially with him being a heavy runner within the offense. I mean, it's just had a different kind of bite to it with him in the ballgame.
Well, they moved the chains, and that's something they have really struggled to do, not only today, but all season long. And Chambers here gets strung out. He's going to probably lose a yard. But I'll tell you what, Chase Christiansen, David Woodward, Tipa Nalei, they're going to have to go to the equipment manager on Monday in Logan and get new shoulder pads, man. They're going to wear those things out.
It's been a physical battle up front, and you have to give credit to the Cowboys offensive line. They've done a nice job of really just staying in the game plan or with the game plan and battling.
End zone read. Chambers lowers his pad level, gets it out to the 30-yard line. Woodward there, number 9. Business administration major. All Mountain West Conference academic team a year ago. Very, very quiet, they say. Just leads by example. Well, his example is he makes virtually every tackle.
He is great size. 6'2", he's 235 and doesn't look it.
No, he's put together pretty good, isn't he? 3rd down here. Evans trying to bounce it. Breaks a tackle for a moment. Got pretty close. Stopped a yard short.
It's good use of the stiff arm.
Yep, Aaron Wade hung on and made the tackle. Wade prevented the first down, and now the punting unit has to come on for Wyoming with 12:21 with the clock going in the 4th quarter. This will be Dante Crow. We've seen Ryan Galovich a couple of times punt in situations where they're trying to get a coffin corner. This is not a deep punt at all. Fair catch by Nathan at the 33-yard line. 12:05 to go, 4th quarter. 24-13 Utah State. Mountain West Football on AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Blue Federal Credit Union. Learn about our Sky High Savings Account at bluefcu.com/Sky High, and by the Wyoming Department of Transportation. The Wyoming Department of Transportation reminds you to buckle up every drive, every time. With Seth Bonner and Taylor McGregor and our AT&T Sportsnet crew, I'm Drew Goodman. Darwin Thompson is next to Jordan Love, and he's going to get the football here. And not much. Hard to run against the Cowboys. We'll get an update on an injury from Taylor.
Yeah, guys, he came out, looked like just a left ankle injury. He got it retaped, tested out on the sidelines, and he's good to go. He's back in there.
Talking about Jordan Love?
Yeah, Jordan Love. No, Tyler Hall.
Tyler Hall, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. So Tyler Hall is back in there. Gaffon made the tackle.
Down. I tell you, not having, again, you can't say it enough, Dax Raymond, a guy that's going to go match up on a linebacker safety, and it's going to be a mismatch. They're trying to find that guy today. They haven't been able to find the guy to separate and win.
They're going to run on 3rd and long and not much. Couple yards. They're going to have to punt the football. Logan Wilson again was there defensively, the junior from Casper.
And this is literally Thompson not sticking with the play. You've got a pulling guard to the left side. They have the entire left side caved down. All they had to do is follow his blockers. Thought he saw a little window to the right side there, cuts back into trouble.
There's a couple of things that have surprised me about Utah State today. They get so prolific offensively. Jordan Love, we watch a lot of tape on Jordan Love. He throws a really pretty pass. He's been off today. And you know, listen, everybody has an off day. But what has really surprised me is that they haven't taken any vertical shots. It's a big part of their MO under David Yost, who is a wizard offensively. He's a guy that was with Mike Leach. He's a guy that's been a lot of places and been with really innovative coaches. Gary Pinkel at Missouri, innovative offensive minds. And we haven't seen much of that so far. And Wyoming's defense has something to do with it.
They do, but you also got to understand that when he throws most of his deep shots, there's Coach Yost right there. Fun guy to talk to, man. He is an open book.
Oh, he's great.
He's an open book.
He's outstanding.
And, you know, the interesting thing is most of his deep balls, they don't throw a lot outside. They don't throw a lot of deep balls outside. They don't have that guy on the edge that's going to go and, you know, they have a Savon Scarver that they can put in there and run those kind of routes, but they don't have a burner outside. They're usually your tight end and your slot guys. Vaughn's going down the seams.
But even Ronquavian Tarver, who's big target, 6'3", 215 pounds. We've seen him throw 50-50 balls to him.
He's got to win. He's got to win.
Conway back inside his own 15-yard line. There's Tarver. And this is returnable on a hop. Did he signal for a fair catch? He must have, because whistles are going to terminate this, and it'll be Wyoming football at their 18-yard line. Conway feels like whatever he did was misinterpreted.
He said his hands went away, like get away, get away. That's what he was trying to do.
The receiver made a waving gesture, therefore the play was shut down when he possessed it.
I mean,
that's not a fair catch signal even close.
That's got to be over your head.
That's not even close.
And that's an early whistle. Let's just put it that way. That's probably one of those.
And he had, as you can see, an opportunity to run.
Anticipated that happening. Anticipated making that call.
Chambers across the 20 to the 22-yard line. 2-possession game for Wyoming. Cowboys averaging just a little more than 15 points a game this year. There's 129 FBS teams, and those 15.7 they average 128 the points per game of the 129 teams. Get a lead block, and Chambers will lean forward close to a first down. Chambers got 2 snaps in the first half, fumbled on his second one on a carry, but he has played all but 1 snap in the second half. The first snap was a Tyler Vanderwall interception in the flat, which led one play later to a short touchdown run from Thompson. He has, with his legs, given Wyoming some life.
A lot of life. The injection they needed. I'm sure Nico Evans is thankful that he's back there with him right now, because it's just providing an extra blocker for him.
Yeah, good point. Nico Evans had a real productive second half. And down the middle, that is complete. Evans, big opening. Inside the 25, and he lost the ball late. Was he down? They're going to mark him down. DJ Williams finally made the tackle. A great throw and run, Chambers to Nico Evans. And that required a little touch.
Very much touch, because there's a linebacker in the slot, and he's going to come out here, or right around through here and up the seam, and you got to be patient on it. Watch the tight end cross to give him that look, and just drops it in there, teardrop. That was an awesome throw, perfect throw.
Yeah, I think Nico Evans felt the ball coming out, said, "You've been there," and he shut it down. He shut it down. Yeah, he went to the turf to try to make sure he got a knee down. Watch here. They're going to review this upstairs. Did it come out? See, I think he's down.
He's down. It comes out after. Yeah. But he shut it down. He stopped trying to run once he felt it, as you talked about.
If it holds up with Wyoming possessing the football, it'll be an advance of 47 yards. Really impressed with that throw by
I am
the
too,
kid.
because, you know, it's over a linebacker, a lengthy player, a guy that can make some plays, is underneath it, so you got to get it up and over without throwing it over his head. Great throw, great design, and better execution. Yeah, there's not enough to overturn.
Yeah, because on the field it was ruled Wyoming football, down by contact, and I don't think there's enough there where you can say the ball was out already.
No, do you think for 1 second that Utah State thought coming in here that this is what would be going on right now? Because I don't for 1 second. They were a confident bunch,
and well, they should be,
and not arrogant by any means, but they were confident in just the way they were executing their offense and taking care of business.
There were a whole lot of Cowboy fans that said, "Uh-oh." 30 seconds into the game.
I have one of my best friends is an alumnus here.
After further review, the ruling on the field of the runner down by rule is confirmed. First down.
Is an alumnus here, and he texts me 52-3, and I'm like, I don't think so. He goes, I don't think so. Your defense can still play.
Yeah, and what we're referencing is 3 plays into the football game today. Darwin Thompson had a 56-yard run for a touchdown.
As well as early in the third quarter, they got another cheapy free touchdown, an easy one.
That was on the short field. They had to go just 3 yards after the interception thrown by Vanderwall. Evans. Actually, that's not Evans in there now. That's 23.
Anderson on the tackle.
Xavier Valladay.
7 down, 8 yards to go.
Valladay gets 1 carry and enough of a breather for Nico Evans, and he's back in there. What a great story, Nico Evans. 3 years of watching other guys play. He went into spring ball, and he wasn't the starter in the spring initially. Chambers, not much.
Physical tackle. Chambers, for a freshman, talk about being a strong kid. I mean, he is taking and giving a pounding.
Right,
on just about every play.
He's delivering also.
Yes, absolutely.
He's not just the recipient. They'll go empty. Evans flanks left. 6 coming, quarterback draw. He's got the edge. Chambers inside the 15, inside the 10, depending where they marked him out. It may be 1st and goal. DJ Williams got him out of bounds.
And watch how he gobbles everybody all inside. This is an inside run here.
And they blitzed in the A-gap.
Right, and just because he's patient, and again, another bad angle taken there by Gage Ferguson. You got to keep him inside of you.
1st and goal, 10-yard line. 24-13, 7:06, 7:05, 7:04 to go in the 4th quarter. Evans toward the goal line. Stop just shy. Jontrell Rockamore got him down.
I mean, what do you do with this guy, Drew? What do you do with that guy? Because
you're circling Sean Chambers.
The idea is to do what with him? Redshirt him.
Well, I know what you're referring to. There's 5 games left. You can play in 4 with the new rules.
I mean, this guy looks like he is.
Ball start. Offense number 81. 5-yard penalty.
Man,
second down.
That's real costly. You just wiped out 5 of that 8-yard gain you had. So instead of 2nd and goal at the 3, we're going to move it back to about the 7.5. 9 penalties against Wyoming, totaling 70 yards. And some are of the sloppy variety, the ones that drive coaches, especially on the offensive side, like Coach Bull, nuts. All starts.
Anytime you get a penalty after you've had success on a drive, you're just slowing yourself down.
Chambers, high-low read, late throw, incomplete. He was trying to find Price, and it'll be 3rd and goal. And here's the deal: you need 11 to get even if you're Wyoming. So if they don't score on this next play, you can take the 3 because you're going to need 3 at some point.
And your defense is playing lights out like they have been all day.
And you still got time on the clock, 6:07. You have 2 timeouts.
7 for 17 on 3rd down.
Double slot on 3rd and goal. Chambers spilled at the 4-yard line. Good tackle in the middle by David Woodward. Redshirt sophomore from Olympia, Washington.
And the fans don't like it, but
it's the right call.
You need the 3 anyway, and that tells me you don't understand what's happening if you're booing your coach for getting the 3 points. But that's a nice tackle by Woodward as well as Chris Jansen. You need the 3 points here. This is the right call.
Short field goal is good from Cooper Roth. 24-16. Within 1 possession now is Wyoming. 24-16, Utah State leading. Today's connection of the game is brought to you by Union Wireless. And Nico Evans on a beautiful throw from Chambers. 47 yards on that hookup, and that set up the field goal you saw moments ago. There's a good angle on that throw from the young kid Sean Chambers. You know what the difference in this game right now is, by and large? There's 2 plays. The save on Scarver, 100-yard kick return, and the interception by Rockamore on the first play of the 3rd quarter, and he returned it to the 3-yard line. Here's Scarver again from the goal line.
Oh, that could draw some late. He was slammed out of bounds on the sideline late.
And there's too much gold there for me to tell you if there was a flag thrown. You looked for yellow and you saw the whole Wyoming sideline. But evidently, I believe there was a flag.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 81 of the receiving team. Penalty will be half the distance to the goal. It'll be first down, Utah State. That's number 81's first unsportsmanlike foul of the game.
The penalty's called on him, Drew, but Gunnar Gentry slams him out of bounds. Like right here, and just throws him into the rest of the guys, then throws his hands up so he takes a swipe at him. But you're always taught what? They get the 2nd guy, right? And there it is right there. They always get the 2nd guy.
And now Wyoming shuts down the run on first down. Utah State, they've been in control of this game throughout, but they want to put some first downs together. Tight bunch trips into the boundary. 2nd down and 9 for Jordan Love. Clock a wide before the snap. Inside 5 minutes to play.
These are essentially quads. You got an H-back on the same side as well.
Underneath handoff, and a decent game for Gerald Bright before he was upended by Marcus Epps.
Good hesitation move by Bright.
Marcus Epps, I want to mention this, first three-time captain in the history of Wyoming football. Does that tell you a little about that young man? Wow. Captain as a sophomore, a junior, and now in his senior year. They're out working play clock right now. 3rd down and 5. This is huge for Wyoming. They've got to stop here. They're going to get great field position. Stick route, close to a 1st down, and then with the stretch, I believe he got it. 1st down. It was Aaron Vaughn's.
And that's a long way for your linebacker to have to go to get out to him. You had your safety soft because it was 3 receivers to that side.
And now an official timeout to mark the football. Wow, this, where they're spotting the ball now, I don't know if he got it.
It's right at the same mark. So he should be just at it.
Is the nose? That's 1 inch, literally. They may look at this upstairs. The replay official is David Ames.
The previous play of the runner short of the line to gain is under further review.
And it's pretty automatic. We talked to David Ames before the game. We talked to him a little bit at halftime. If it is a line to gain situation on 3rd down, it's almost automatic. They need to get it across the 12. There's the tackle and then the lean forward. That's why I think it's a bad spot.
Yeah,
he's at about the 12.5-yard line. You know, when he finished rolling, he was at the 13, but he was at the 12.5.
23.
Or excuse me, the
23.
Thank you, 22.5. And he needed to get to the 22.
See him just sit down in the zone. It's a good, sure tackle.
Yeah, that angle's not going to show it as well as the other angle. Side.
But I don't know, is there enough to change this spot? One.
Okay, he's still up, and he lunges forward.
He's past the 22, like completely past it.
Yeah, I mean, he's closer. It's not even close. He's closer to the 23 than the 22. That should be a Utah State 1st down.
Yeah. Obviously, if you don't get it, you've got to punt the ball here. You don't want to give, even to a team that has been struggling but has found a little offensive groove. You don't want to give them a short field. So
I know a lot of people are like, hey, well, it's 1 inch. If the play stands up, the marking stands up. But
after viewing the play, the runner did make the line to gain. He was beyond the 22-yard line. It'll be 1st down for Utah State.
And that's the right call. But I'm saying what nobody ever takes into account is there's no guarantee that you gain yardage. You can actually lose yardage.
A lot of bad can happen.
Right. And there's no way you could.
Not from
had
here.
they not gotten it, it's automatic punt. So a big 1st down for Utah State. 4:04 to go. Love with Bright next to him. And again, this is about the play clock because the game clock is moving once they reset the football.
5 seconds.
Did a good job working the clock. Bright, no gain.
Obviously, Darwin Thompson, who is the stronger of the two, hasn't been back in the ball game since he came hobbling off, or since he was helped off.
And this is all about working the play clock down inside of 5 seconds before each snap. 2nd and 10. Bright, again no gain. His biggest concern has to be ball security. Wingard combined with Malawia to bring him down. I'm thinking with Craig Bowl 2 timeouts, he's trying to save him for the offensive side of the football.
Tyler Hall and Tarver were going at it down here, Drew.
Do you put it up here if you're Utah State and Coach Yost?
I mean, why not take a shot?
They're not going to do it. They're going to lose a bunch of yards here. A loss of 3 on that play. It's Gaffon tackling Bright. So Utah State went backwards after that initial first down. Wyoming's going to get the football. They call timeout with 2:14 left. They're going to have all kinds of time. Down a touchdown and a 2-point conversion late in the 4th quarter on homecoming in Laramie. Time for today's results from our CenturyLink High-Speed Challenge. Seth Botter turned 50 yesterday, so how'd you celebrate your 50th birthday party? Let it pass quietly.
And that's what we did.
Or dream vacation, very close. And before the punt, we had a whistle.
The ball had not been made ready for play yet. We'll reset it.
I mean, they don't call this Larry Dice for no reason. I mean, it's Larry Dice.
So punting from inside his 10-yard line is Taylor Heinze. Conway from his 33. And this is going to cost Wyoming maybe twice. There was an initial flag against Wyoming and then a late flag that is almost always
Number 7
on the return team.
Number 7.
During the return, holding receiving team number 7, be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Chaz Pownell Jr., you're going to see right there, and then he doesn't let go.
He held him twice.
Twice. He got 2 good ones.
David Woodward was the guy he held. That's probably the only way you're going to keep Woodward from not being involved in a tackle, by holding him, right?
That's the other way to get caught right away, is to throw your hands up in the air like, I didn't do it. That's the other way to get caught immediately.
So here's the deal. 2:02 left. Wyoming has to traverse 75 yards with a true freshman quarterback. Now he's out of there. It's Tyler Vanderwall back in. And he was trying to set up a screen. He threw that before he looked because there was nothing there. He almost threw it right into the belly of Leilua. Watch Leilua.
Well, he's trying to throw it to Mayfield.
And Leilua is in front of Mayfield.
Hopefully Chambers is okay. But he's been the reason you've been able to get things going. He's been the reason you've been able to get things going.
No catch.
Offensively. So, to me, there has to be something. He's got to be.
In all fairness to the other kid, with Tyler Vanderwall, this is tough. He hadn't played now in an hour at least.
Right.
And now go win the game for us?
Right.
That's tough.
well, maybe Chambers isn't up to speed on the 2-minute.
He's got his hat on the sideline. I mean, that could be. And now it's 4th down and 10. Mayfield was the intended target.
See, and this is just not anticipating. You know a guy's coming across. Get yourself set and ready. He tries to wait to the last second and throw it as hard as he can, and he's kind of retracting because there is pressure. It's tough to stand in there. But just open yourself up and throw a nice little ball out in front of him. Let him run with it.
Fourth and 10. They bring 6. Well protected, and it's dropped by Conway. He would have had the first down. The ball was a little bit behind him. He shook free. He was all alone. And now Wyoming will turn it over on downs. 1:45 left. There's
tough.
one timeout for the Cowboys. Utah State now in great position to seal this thing.
This is tough, and I believe this is Conway here. Going to just slide right under, let everything clear, slide right inside. And he's got to also throttle down. He can't be coming through there too quick. It's just a little under route, but he's got to slow down, throttle down a little bit, because there's so much space he's in. You can almost sit it down in that zone.
Thompson back in there. And now Utah State, even without a first down, probably is in a wonderful spot. If they pick up 4 more yards, they can just put a knee down after that. So Utah State got a scare. You give Wyoming credit. They did not go away in the second half. They got a lift from the 18-year-old quarterback, Sean Chambers. And you were talking about this a little while ago. Craig Bowl has, after today, 4 games left. The new rule again, you can maintain a red shirt if you play in 4 games. You play 4 full games and still get a red shirt.
And it's changed. It's not the early part of the season. It's anytime.
And Wyoming is going to drop to 2-6 and 0-4 in conference play. It's been a tough year for the Cowboys, and they're going to get ready for their arch rival, the Colorado State Rams, next week. But I can't imagine by 1 game burning a kid's red shirt. So you may play him a lot, but there may be 1 game where, I'm sorry, he's not going to play, right?
For sure. There's no way. I mean, I liked what I saw from him. His poise, the moment wasn't too big for him at all.
And you're not dismissing the other young kid,
not at
Tyler
all, because they're still
Vanderwalt.
young.
Absolutely.
They're both still young, and they're still learning how to play the position.
Let them go compete and continue to grow.
Absolutely. And listen, if those are your 2 worst problems, you're all right.
Yeah.
You're doing all right if you're Wyoming.
56 seconds left. Wyoming's now out of timeouts. 3rd down and 2 for Utah State.
Gotta give a lot of credit to this Wyoming defense. They were outstanding today.
And Thompson is gonna lean ahead with some help from the big fellas up front for a first down. And the Utah State Aggies are going to win for the 6th consecutive week. And they did get all they wanted from the Cowboys. It's going to be a 24-16 final. Their only blemish this year was a 38-31 loss in East Lansing to a very good Michigan State team to begin the season. And they outgained Michigan State in that football game.
They had that game. They had it won.
Yeah, and now for the Aggies, moving forward, we told you that Wyoming's going to go to Fort Collins right down the road next week and play for the Bronze Boot against their arch rival. And for Utah State, they have New Mexico at home. Then they travel to Hawaii. That'll be a tough one. They have San Jose State at home. We're going to see them again on November 17th in Fort Collins against Colorado State. But this Utah State Aggie team didn't play their best football offensively. Wyoming had a lot to do with that. But Coach Wells' team is now 6-1 and on the cusp of being ranked in the top 25.
Yeah, and I don't know of another team, and that's no slap against Boise State or anybody. There's not another defense in this conference. I don't think. San Diego State, at times, there's not another defense that can match up with the veteran leadership and the experience that the Pokes have, and that showed true today. I mean, they gave Mr. Love all the fits he could want. I mean, he probably never wants to see them again.
Yeah, it was a tough outing for Jordan Love, who came in spitting the football as well as anybody out west. Today's Drive of the Game is brought to you by the Wyoming Department of Transportation. And 2 touchdown drives that didn't take very long. Thompson on the opening drive of the game, and then after a 56-yard touchdown, he breaks the tackle and takes it in from 3 yards away. And this was the backbreaker. This is Savon Scarver. You want to talk about untouched? There was nobody ever within 3 or 4 yards of him. 100-yard kick return for Scarver. And Utah State wins the football game 24-16. And Coach Wells is with Taylor McGregor. Taylor?
All right, Coach. You told us before this game that your team this season has a chance to do something special. They've now played 7 games, coming here to Wyoming and winning this. What do you know about your team at this point in the season?
I think we're pretty strong-minded. Tremendous performance by our defense. Big play on special teams. Defense has got to play great to win championships, and we're in a hunt. Kept ourselves in a hunt. Didn't play real good on offense. Not a secret. I won't trip out. That's the first time all year. But you got to play championship level defense, and we did that today on the road. Big key to the win.
Congratulations,
okay,
Coach.
Thank you very much,
guys.
All right, Taylor. Thanks very much. And we talked about this a little bit in the 4th quarter, and you know, shame on us if we don't mention it again, as Coach Wells did. You know, we talked a lot about, Wyoming is struggling with young quarterbacks trying to get going offensively. But you know what? That Utah State defense is pretty stout also, led by their linebacker corps.
They are. They fly around. They're extremely athletic. These guys get it done, as you see them there celebrating. Gage Ferguson with the Bridger rifle. These guys play hard, and they played throughout the game. They didn't get down. They made some mistakes, but they continued to battle. And as he stated, they played championship defense, which means you're walking out of the building with a win, even when things don't go your way.
Yeah, nobody asked how pretty it was. They're going to see on the schedule, people around the country, Utah State won again. 24-16 in a place where it's typically very difficult to win, Laramie, Wyoming. Well, for Seth Botter and Taylor McGregor and our entire AT&T Sportsnet crew, Drew Goodman saying, so long from Laramie. Join us next weekend. We'll be in San Jose, California. We thank you for watching Mountain West Football on AT&T Sportsnet. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. 24-16, Utah State over Wyoming today.